Hi, how are you doing? I'm Eddie from Malaysia. I'm a home care service provider. Today I would like to share with you how to operate these ventilators from Philips Respironics. The model name is BiPAP A40. Okay. This ventilator consists of three components. Okay. It has a humidifier unit and also a battery module beside the main unit, the ventilators. So to connect the humidifier, first you need to fill up the water into this chamber, not to exceed this white line. The reason why do we need the chamber, the humidifier, because when the air travels from the ventilator, go inside the humidifier, the air will get the heat and moisture before it travels and go to the patient lung, so that the next day, after use for overnight, the patient will not have any dry throat. Okay, so this is the purpose we use the humidifier. And the other thing is the battery module. Okay. Inside here there's a battery. This backup battery can last about 4 to 5 hours. So you connect the battery here. Okay. And in order to use the AC power, there's a AC adapter cable. So this is connections, and you have to connect here. Okay, there's a port here. So the side of the port here, there's a white dot. Okay, I think it's hard to see from camera. Okay, you need to identify the white dot, and then you also need to identify another dot here to connect the AC power cord. When you're pushing in, you can hear a clicking sound. Okay, when you get it connected, and once you get connected, you can't pull it out like this. It has a locking mechanism to prevent accidentally disconnections. You can only disconnect the cable by moving this part here. Okay, when you want to disconnect the cable, okay, there's a moving part. Okay, so once you connect the power, you can see the light here lit on, so meaning it's connected to AC power, and the battery will start charging. Okay, so the other thing you need to have to complete the ventilations, of course, is the patient tubing, like this, the patient tubing, and also you need to have the patient mask. Before I connect the tubing and mask, we need to set up the ventilators. Okay, normally the setting is a prescription you need to get from your doctors, and when the doctor passes the patient to us, normally we will ask the doctor for the prescription so that we know how to set for you at home. So to set the settings, first of course you need to turn on the power. Okay, let me show you like this. Okay, and once you turn on, you can see there's a menu here, there's a therapy here, and this icon, this picture here indicate the humidifier. So this button is to set the humidifier, this button is to start the therapy. Okay, this button, and this up and down button, when you press the up button you can access the menu. Okay, and then you can move up and down to select the menu. Okay, so you can see here the first setting is a safely remove SD card. Okay, there's a SD card here. Okay, okay. This SD card will record the patient data, so that when you use a ventilator, when doctor asks for a report, how does it goes when you use a ventilator at home, we can download the data and print the report and present to the doctor, so that the next time when you follow with the doctor knows how do you perform when you use a ventilators. Okay, so you can go to the setting alarms by going down, pressing the down button. Okay, now down button press, and then you can see setting alarms. After that, to select it, you can press this button to select. Okay, so once you press select, you go inside the setting alarms, the first thing you can see the mode. So the doctor will tell us what mode is prescribed to you. So once you go here, let's see what other setting, what other mode we have. Okay. So we have a CPAP mode, we have a S mode, spontaneous mode, we have a ST mode, spontaneous time mode. Okay, we have a T mode, a time mode. We have a PC mode, pressure control mode. We have a AWAPS AE mode, average volume assured pressure support with automatic EPAP. Okay, now come back to the CPAP mode. So let's say the doctor's prescribed to you is a ST mode. So I press OK. Now I go down. The next one is trigger type. Okay, the trigger type, if you go in, it has an auto track, it has an auto track sensitive, and it has a flow trigger. So normally as a doctor, as a clinician, if you are in a hospital, normally they will use a flow trigger so that the doctor can manually to decide how the machine going to detect your inspiratory effort and expiratory effort. Okay. When you are at home, normally we will help you to set auto track, because the doctor and even us not with you every day, every night when you use a ventilator. So we let the machine to use this algorithm called auto track to help to detect when are you going to inhale, to exhale, and when there's a leak occurred, the machine will know how to compensate the leak in the tubing system. So normally for adult we select auto track. For pediatric we use auto track sensitive, or for those adults who have very low inspiratory effort, we use auto track sensitive. Okay, so we test this with you at home before we decide which one to use. Okay, how do you perform? We decide our final settings. So the next one is AWAPS. Okay, AWAPS is another features. So I will save this from now. This is average volume assured pressure support, where you can target the volume. The machine will automatically adjust the pressure support to achieve the target volume prescribed by the doctors, so that you don't have to set the IPAP, EPAP manually. The machine will decide what is the best IPAP to achieve the target volume, giving the range of limit by the doctors. So let's say the doctor prescribed your IPAP pressure at 12. This is a pressure going to open the lung to deliver the target the prescribed volume by the doctors. So when you exhale, there's a remaining pressure stay in the lung to stay open your alveolar. So there's an EPAP pressure. Normally doctor set 5 here. So there's a breath rate target also. So the doctor depends to your effort. So if your effort is low, doctor will set at least 10 to 12. If you have good effort, you can breath by your own. So maybe it will reduce the breath rate to 6 to 8. Okay, now for this setting, we set here 10 breath. You don't have to worry about all these settings, because this is all prescribed by your doctors. Okay, I will save to tell you about alarm management here. I think that one I will use another video to guide you how to set the alarms. Okay, so you can see all this setting here. Once I confirm my setting, I press finish. Okay, machine will ask me whether I want to activate the new settings, ST mode. So I press yes. You go back to the menu. So I press exit, and now you can see therapy button here. Okay, so which means you can start to wear the mask and start the ventilations. Okay. In order to start ventilation, you need to connect the tubing. Okay, so this is the tubing. Okay, this tube is a heated tubing. Inside the tubing, it has an embedded heated wire, so that when the air, after it receives the heat and moisture from the chamber, when they travel along the tubing, the heat and moisture will not reduce because of the volume, because of the distance of the tubing, the length of the tubing, because of the what we so call the dead space. So there's an embedded heated wire inside this heated tube. So this tubing is a good tubing as compared to a standard tubing that does not come with a heated wire embedded with the tubing. It can assure optimum humidity when the air travels to our lung. So after you connect the tubing, okay, the way to connect the mask, normally you try to extend the strap into the maximum level, and then you can use this grip here. There's two grip here. You can open either clip, and then we can wear the mask like this. Okay, put the straps, okay, wear the mask like this. Okay, and there's a grinder here you can adjust, and this is where you can extend. Okay, you do it parallel, and here there's another strap. You try to make it parallel, and once you turn on the machine, you have to use your hand to feel whether there's any air coming out, to decide whether you need to tighten out or you need to adjust the grinder to make sure this mask is parallel so that there's no air leaking out. Okay, to give you the best comfort. To remove the mask, you open the clip. Okay. I don't think you can hear me when I wear the mask, so I have to remove the mask and talk to you now. Okay, so assuming I wear the mask and then I press the therapy button to start ventilation. Press therapy, and you can hear the noise starting. Okay, and now I want to show you the monitor data. How do you monitor the patient data after you start the ventilation? Okay. Okay, you can see this bar, this pressure bar. This is when the patient breathes in, you can see a marking. This is IPAP. When the patient exhales, the green zone show the EPAP. Okay, when patient exhales, the line, the marker show the IPAP. Of course, you can also measure the IPAP pressure, EPAP pressure at here, the pressure. Okay, and how much volume every time when you breathe in, breathe out. How much volume you get, you can monitor by tidal volume, exhale tidal volume here, or you can monitor the minute ventilation or minute volume here. In 1 minute, how much volume you're getting inside your lung, you can see here. And in 1 minute, how many breaths you achieve, you can monitor by looking at this RR. Okay, RR is respiration rate. Normally, the normal RR for normal adult should be 10 breaths to 12 breaths, and sometimes up to 15 breaths. For pediatric, it's about 20 breaths to 25 breaths, or sometimes up to 30 breaths. Okay, and normal adult lung, normally you will achieve a minute volume. In 1 minute, you will get 6 liter to 10 liter in a minute. Okay, and this target volume or target minute volume, you must ask your doctor what is their target minute volume on you. Okay, after they study your lung pathology. And this is the leak you need to monitor, because right now I'm not wearing the mask. You can see excessive leak. Okay, normally this machine, Philips Respironics BiPAP A40, can compensate the leak up to 200 liter. But I would tell you, if you want the machine to perform optimally, you need to monitor the leak to make it less than 60 liter. Okay, then the machine can compensate your leak, can detect when you want to inhale, exhale very well. And there's an IA ratio. This indicates your inhale time, exhale time in ratio. Okay, so that's all for the monitoring. So this monitoring, you must ask your doctor what is the optimum range for you. Okay, and of course we will also help you as a home care service provider. Okay, I think I end my video here. My next video, when I'm free, I will tell you about how to manage the alarms and what is the maintenance like. Okay, and if you have any question, you can email to me at let me turn it off. Okay, wwk2020@gmail.com. Thank you.